everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are the Acheampong Family and we make videos about our life in Ghana. Today we have two very special guests on our channel. We're having a date night with Manka and E.
Hey!
I'm sure you know them by now. They're also YouTubers and they're based in Ghana. So we're just gonna have a chit chat, a sit down, a talk, a dinner, a date night, and see what they're all about. Let's get into the video. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming and meet with us. So nice to have you and meet you finally.
I know, right?
Yeah, we're like colleagues now, right?
Definitely.
So how has the journey been for you two? I mean, YouTube, coming to Ghana, moving, all that stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like, unexpected. Like, if you had asked us, or if you told us, oh, like, in 9 months' time, from obviously when we moved here, we would be here, living, doing YouTube for a job, like, we would have been like, no, you wouldn't been. Especially him, YouTube for a job.
You're shy, right?
Yeah.
A bit like Heather. So she has to drag you out. Wow. But I've seen your videos. You're actually like changing a bit and getting more out there. That's nice. Okay.
Scary place.
But to get back to your story, right?
Yes.
Let's say a year back from now, right? Or a year and a half back from now. Could you explain your situation? How was life looking like for you?
A year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I was in prison.
You were in prison. I was. What was I doing a year and a half ago?
I think that's when.
I didn't open the salon.
No,
I didn't
it was
open the
already
salon
open.
yet. Was it open?
Yeah, it was already open.
A year and a half ago.
Yeah, a year and a half ago.
Oh,
It's
no,
only
let's rewind them
7 months
3 years
ago.
back ago. Let's start with
3 years.
3 years.
It's
a long time.
You met each other and you've been together for some time.
Yeah, 3 years ago. What we would have been.
I think a lot was going on around that time because we were just going everywhere.
We were going on holiday a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were just traveling.
Oh, that's so
no,
nice.
no. All right, 3 years ago, we were. It's September. We were going like to different places. Basically, at this point, we knew that he was September. Yeah, we knew that he was going to prison.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You had time to prepare
Yeah,
that.
We knew it was coming. We had
Oh, really?
A year and a half,
because he was on bail like the whole time.
What?
So we were like okay, right, let's like kind of live life.
can
Yes,
just
of
go.
course, I can imagine.
And I feel like it was a period where we were like, let's do everything and we'll kind of know like exactly if like we'll be okay. Because imagine now, we didn't really used to do things together. Like we didn't go out clubbing and stuff together.
Okay.
Yeah.
He would go with his friends, I would go with my
Your
friends.
friends.
Yeah.
So we were like, do you know what? Let's
Or
start.
you'd turn up.
That could actually be a story time, bruh. Yeah, I used to turn up to him clubbing, but yeah, we decided that we were gonna start going out together and basically just like enjoying life.
Yeah.
So in the UK, there's this thing called freshers.
Okay.
And freshers is basically when people go to university, like the first week before university starts is freshers week.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's
I
when
know
they go
that.
Freshman
clubbing.
starts.
They go clubbing
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
So obviously us at our big age, we were like, we know that in every kind of university city, there's gonna be crazy parties. Let's just go as if we're going to university, and we literally just went from place to place,
Yeah.
city to city,
Nice.
and we would get like a hotel and we would just go out. So that's what we were doing.
Oh, nice. So you're making like memories to prepare for what's coming.
We were
Yeah.
literally making
But how
memories.
is that knowing that you're gonna go to prison after some time? That must be so hard. I mean, what?
It was, I don't know. For me, it's just, I don't know. I just take everything as it comes. So.
Okay.
And it wasn't my first time either, so I was ready for it, really.
So you had a date planned.
Yeah.
They give you a date, then you need to like.
Yeah.
A court date, yeah.
Wow.
And they have time to prepare for everything. But you took it very well. Like, I mean, some dudes will just wait until the moment and then, well, let's go. But for you, just changing it and doing like everything you really want to do and
It
making
would've
it.
been like a risk to hold on to.
Yeah,
then.
and we at that point we were kind of trying to make a plan.
Yeah.
And genuinely, like Ghana was one of those plans. Like we just.
Wow.
But you know when like you can't really see, like you can see it happening, but you can't really see it happening.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard to plan like properly, but the idea was always there. So I guess it was kind of like a bucket list. Like we were just like, let's do this, let's do this.
Definitely.
Wow.
We literally just like we would get up and we'd be like, let's drive here, and we'll just drive and we'll just go.
Oh, that's so nice. But then everybody keeps talking, right, that your love is crazy.
It is crazy.
I'm not saying it's crazy, but there's a lot of love to wait for a man
It's
for
crazy.
2 years.
Do you
So
know-
how did you hold on to that? Was it the memories?
I honestly like.
It's the phone calls, don't lie.
Okay, so basically, I feel like okay at the time, so 2017, like I feel like it was a very intense year. We did so many things that I just felt like because we had done so much just before he went in, like we were literally like at the peak of like our love. I think I feel like
I think that kind
it
of
felt
made
like
us.
oh my god, I just love you so much, like because it made me realize like wow, like, I could do anything with this guy, and like it just feels like literally like my best friend. So when I feel like it actually didn't hit me until the day that he actually went. Like in my head I was like yeah, I know it's happening, but like the actual day that like you literally were like you left, I got into the car and I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Like
I was just stressed out because we was late.
okay, so the day that he went to prison, funny story. First of all, he wanted to break up with me.
Oh wow, really?
No, tell the
He
truth
wanted
what I
to
said.
make-
Okay,
So-
I said to her, listen, I'm going to prison, you could do whatever you want to do. When I come out, we just start it. Simple as that. You can ring,
But
you'll
I
still
feel
ring,
like
you're still my girl, but
no,
I
that
just, you don't
doesn't-
want the
that doesn't-
headache.
That
I
doesn't
understand.
work.
Yeah.
I felt like that wouldn't work because if he said to me, basically, you do your own thing, I feel like in that case, out of sight, out of mind. Like you're telling me that we're together, but we're not really together.
Yeah.
That leaves me to just do anything that I want.
Whatever,
Right?
yeah.
Not saying that I didn't do what I want because I definitely did. I got in trouble a few times by going clubbing when he was like, oh, you should stay at home. But like I felt like no, like if we're together, we're together. If we're not together, that's it. There's no like it's not oh let's be together, but you should call
There's
me.
no in between.
And genuinely, the only reason that he actually listened to me was because his mum had to be like, what are you doing? Because I said it's literally the day of court, and he's like, yeah, we're not together. Blah, blah, blah.
No, don't say it.
That's
Oh
what
my
you
days.
said.
I've
And
been
your
telling
mum-
you
your
from day
mum-
one.
your
I've
mum
not been
had
telling
to,
you.
Your mum had to be like,
I've not been telling you from
yeah,
day
but
one.
nobody was like, I wasn't.
She wasn't listening. That's not my fault.
His mum was like, listen, like, you two need to decide what you're doing. And I'm just standing there like, well, it's not me saying anything, it's him. So I guess there was already there was a bit of tension when we were on the way to court and we were running late. And then we got there, and then I think that's when it definitely hit me, because he was like, basically he was standing in like a stand with like a glass wall, and then it finally hit me that he was going, and then it was like a movie.
I think where it
was
hit
there a
you is when you
moment-
wanted to give me something and they said no.
What did I want to give you?
But
I
did
think
you get
with
like
numbers or
your
papers.
sentence, or was there a moment where they could have said, "Oh, you don't have to go to prison"?
No, that was
Okay,
it.
so you
No, yeah,
already
there
knew.
No,
was
because you
sentence.
pled guilty.
Oh
already.
yeah, basically the process was I got arrested, I came out,
Okay.
I had to go to my first hearing. Guilty, not guilty.
Okay.
If I went guilty, I could have been remanded, meaning I would have went prison straight from there.
Okay.
So I said not guilty.
Okay.
Just to
Chill.
stall time.
Yeah,
Chill.
so, yeah.
See, even
So,
that time, that day, I knew that he was going to say not guilty, and I knew that they were going to let
But
him
they
back
could have
out.
still-
But that day,
No, they could have
that's
still
when I was,
remanded
that's
me
when
that
I
day.
was crying.
So then
crying,
the court
crying.
was like looking at all the evidence to see if you're guilty or not.
But there was.
I'm not at that point. At
No.
the start, it's just they want to know if I'm guilty or not.
Okay.
And then after that, do another court date, which is sentencing.
Is it called that preliminary? Is that what that one is?
With them words, I don't know.
Okay, I'm a little confused. You did something wrong.
Yeah.
You got arrested.
Yeah.
And then what happened? You get a court date.
No,
Yeah.
then you're on bail.
So you
Yeah,
get
you-
no,
you're- oh, yeah,
you're
sorry,
in the
you're on
police
bail,
station.
sorry.
They got you. You got
Yeah.
arrested. You're in the police station.
So that's 20.
So then what happens?
They have 24 hours to charge you.
Okay.
So if they charge you, then you're out on bail, or you have to stay in the
Oh.
police station until you go to prison.
Okay.
Which
so
is-
they charge you and you went out on bail. So you
Yeah.
pay something to be free.
No.
Like
In the
America.
UK, there's no pay.
Oh, yeah, no,
okay,
in the UK
okay.
it's different. Yeah.
Okay. So you're just free.
Yeah.
With limitations.
Limitations.
Yeah, I had
Did
to.
you leave the country? Because
Yeah.
you say you
He
go on
could leave the
vacation and
country.
all
Really?
that.
Nah, I had to live up. I had to
On
live up
bail?
thing. I had to live on my mom's.
On bail, no?
Yeah, I had to live on my mom. What do you mean? No, I didn't.
you?
Yeah. I had to live, yeah. Remember the last time? Even the last time they were like, "Oh, you have to stay and sleep at that address," and we kind of looked at each other thinking, "We have plans. Like we're about to go." You know, remember?
Wait. When I picked
Especially
you up.
when Solomon
When I
went.
picked
When
you
Solomon
up.
went guilty and he went to prison.
No.
We can't say that. We're gonna edit that. Okay. Don't say names. I don't want to.
Oh no, that's alright. That's not even his real name anyway.
Yeah, he's out now. Okay. No, remember, I picked you up, yeah? And then after that, you had that piece of paper, but it didn't say you can't.
No, that's police bail. Sorry, my fault. Sorry.
Yeah, police bail.
Yeah,
There's a difference. Cool.
Yeah.
He came out at that time. There was no limitation, no restrictions, apart from the fact that you couldn't go back to that hotel.
Oh yeah.
From the moment that you got arrested and you're out on bail, you knew that you're gonna go to prison.
I said
50-50.
50-50.
We spoke,
Actually,
yeah.
70-30.
No, we spoke.
80-20.
I said to him, what did you get arrested for? He said, intent to supply Class A. And I looked at him, and he looked at me. I was like, oh my God. That night I cried.
But what is that even?
Intent to supply. So you were caught with Class A drugs, and you had the intention to supply.
it.
So you can get caught with like possession. So maybe you were going to use them, or you had the intention of supplying
to other people.
So he looked at me. I looked at him, and I thought, oh my God, oh my, because I thought he had got arrested for something else.
But would you know, so the moment you were arrested and you got out on bail, did you know how long you had to go to prison for?
Yeah, I was looking at 9 years.
No.
Straight away I knew what it was.
You knew it was 9 years?
Yeah, because it was my second. Okay.
Okay, wait.
I've got arrested twice.
You think he's gonna go for 9 years? Did you also think he's gonna go for 9 years? Oh, okay.
Basically, I got arrested twice. The second time, that would have made the 5 years that I actually got. And then the second time would have made a 9 starting
years.
Starting at 9, I think it was.
I don't know what I would have
starting
done.
at 9 years.
But that's crazy. 9 years is like a huge part of your life.
But
However,
9 years,
you
then
He didn't get the 9
No,
years.
I know, but
prison,
still.
in prison, in English,
It's
prison,
half.
you just do half.
so that's 4.5.
Always.
Okay.
Unless they say like a minimum of 25 years.
So that's basically doing 4.5 years. But
Okay, so you got out of the jail when you got arrested, and then you went to chill with Manka, right?
Not chill.
How long
We
was that
cried.
for? Oh, of course. But you made a lot
You
of
went
memories.
too. So I was crying by myself.
yeah,
I really
you was
cried.
crying on the phone to your friend.
No, I'm talking about when we went to bed. Was I not crying? I was crying.
I can't remember.
I really looked at him like, oh my God.
But
what
how
was
long
it?
did you get to like hang out for, chill, or
Years.
make memories?
No,
years.
it wasn't
Yeah.
years. It was like a year and a bit.
A year and a half.
A year and a
No,
half. That's
it was
long.
a year. It
That's
was a
long.
year and 3 months. You got arrested in August. You went the next year in October, the 6th of October. It was a Friday.
Yeah, 3 months.
Wow, you remember everything.
Oh, like it was
Yeah.
yesterday. That's crazy.
Okay, and then you hold on to that time, and then it gets time for you to go in the prison, right? How did you prepare, like the night before? Did you hold him tight? Or?
No, we were arguing.
Wow.
So
Do you know why? Because I think it's because I planned it in the sense that my co-defendant, he went to prison a month before me.
Okay.
So basically, the quicker you say guilty, the less time they give you off. But I had stuff to sort out, you know. So I had obviously her. I didn't want to leave her straight away.
I didn't
So
know what
I needed
was
to
done.
make sure I knew what was going on with that. Because if I went to prison like that, oh my days.
I wouldn't
have survived.
But I was
I don't
still.
think I would have survived.
But I feel like you actually can't prepare because basically the night before he was packing his stuff, and I remember him saying like, "I feel like I'm going on like a school trip that I don't want to go on."
And all my clothes were wet.
all his
Remember?
clothes-
Oh my.
What do you pack when you go to prison? What can you take? Like,
Everything.
You take
No, because you
clothes?
can't
Yeah.
take black hoodies.
Oh yeah, you can't take.
Why not?
hoodies.
Because you might like, I don't know.
Because the security people there, they wear
Might
like
pretend.
black like this.
Oh, okay.
So you can't wear
okay.
black. You
But
can't wear
basically, you
ripped
take
jeans.
clothes. You can take toothbrush. You
Yeah,
take.
yeah.
You can take.
Yeah.
all
Were you
that.
able to take like a PlayStation for entertainment? Or
I could have somehow, but I managed to do that later.
Later
She
on.
said
Really?
I sent him an Xbox.
2 or 3.
yeah,
So you
really?
could. You,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the night before you went
We were
to
argu-
prison, you
yeah,
were
we were
arguing.
arguing.
And then
Do you want to tell them what we were arguing about?
What were we arguing?
We were
Oh, was
arguing.
it? Yo.
It's actually very nice.
What?
You don't know what we were arguing about?
What is their numbers?
We were arguing.
The numbers involved in
No,
this.
we were arguing because basically he thought that he thought I was trying to flirt with his friend.
Oh wow.
Is it?
So please tell me when you are in prison, right?
No.
That's nice.
How does your room look like? Do you have to share it with somebody?
Yeah, that's the thing. In some prisons you do, and in some you don't.
Okay.
But more time you have to share with someone unless what did you have to do? Unless you got a medical condition. Yeah, at the start, but then I couldn't do it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. It took.
So what is it like to be in that? Because you are in that room like the whole day, or how does it work?
Okay, the first prison I went to is there's category A, B, C, and D.
First one, you were enjoying yourself.
A is where people who got life and they got long time.
Very violent.
Very violent crimes. B is the same, but
isn't that scary to be around such people? Like, how did you?
There's no people.
Really?
Literally
It's crazy.
It's just no. I don't know how to explain it. It's just
Did you visit?
Imagine, I used to visit all the time. Imagine there was this one time that we were on a visit, and I think the guy on the table next to us, I don't know whether his family didn't come or like they came late, but basically I bought him a drink.
I
bought him a drink, and so he is like talking to this guy, and but see, I'm really interested in crime anyway. Like, I like to watch like crime documentaries. So for me, this was like, oh my god,
I would be so interested too. Like, I've never been to a jail. I really love to go.
I asked E like, oh, what did
Get you there.
No.
did you ask him what he did, or he just told you what he did?
No, remember I was. Oh yeah, he was asking me.
He was asking him what he did, and obviously he just told him. So then E asked him, what did you do? And he did this.
What does
Do you know
that
what this means?
He just kept saying like he was saying T. I'm like,
T.
but I'm not understand because
you
some
know-
people they have slang, so T could mean
could
like
T?
drug dealing or something like that. So I wasn't really understanding, and I was speaking to my friend on the way back, and I asked him, yo, what's he in for then? Because I'm thinking T, maybe it has to be something crazy.
Okay.
And then he goes terrorism.
He was a terrorist.
Oh, really? That's why he was.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh my god.
I was like, no.
I would be
because
so
them people,
scared. And then you bought him a drink. Wow.
But
Wow.
it was more because of because basically the govs, the people that look after the prison, they're security within the prison. Which more time you don't see them, but they're always watching the camera and stuff like that. So they be writing notes down. So when you're involved in something like that,
And
especially with the beard and the,
I understand. Oh, wow.
and around that time.
That's crazy. Wow.
So from then you see me on a visit. Say I'm with Manka, you see me, and you look and I'll be like,
you don't want to
I'm like,
go with
no.
him. Yeah. So what is it like visiting? How does that go?
It's so much fun.
how?
Okay,
But
so
I would find it so much fun too.
No,
to be
so-
honest, I would be looking my eyes out of everything that's happening.
honestly, so the first time, basically, I was like,
Were you scared the first time you went?
no, I wasn't scared. So basically, when he first went in, I was literally, my phone was in my hand all the time, because you know you always hear people talk about like you get your first like phone call. Like you get a phone call, so I was waiting for the phone call. Like on the same day that he went in, I was waiting.
Oh, he could call you. From
Yeah, he
prison.
called me that the first time.
Okay.
I think you had to go through the booking and all that stuff, right? Look at me.
Are you really standing like in Prison Break? They stand and they're on the phone.
Yeah.
Is
It's
it
a
like
blue
that
phone.
with the
Blue
whole
phone, yeah.
line and?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so nice.
So,
Sorry,
I
I'm
was waiting.
excited
I was
about
waiting for him to call.
Yeah.
Then he finally called. I was like, "Hello, oh, I miss you so much.
Yeah.
How are you?" And then he was like, "Try and book a visit. Make sure you try and book a visit." And I had already booked the visit.
Okay.
As in, he went in as soon as I could book a visit. I booked the visit straight away.
But how do you book that? You say, I'm his girlfriend, I want to see him.
Yeah, online. So basically, he has to.
You go online?
Yeah, you can do it
Wow,
online. or
this
you can
system
call
is
them.
crazy. Wow.
He can put whoever he wants on a list.
Yeah.
So obviously I was on the top of the list. So he didn't know that I had booked the visit. So the first day, I think you thought that your mum was coming.
Yeah.
So I
Would have
did,
been second day.
no, obviously not the first day you went there, but it was like it wasn't even the next day. Maybe the day, like a couple of days after.
Yeah.
I I've booked the visit and I've gone in and I'm like, oh my gosh, and then I could see him before he could see me, and like I could see him thinking, oh, who's it gonna be?
So
and
you don't know who's coming. They just tell you have a visitor.
Yeah. You can ask them, but
Okay.
sometimes like the system is just messed up. So sometimes you have a visit and you won't know
You don't
unless
know.
you speak to your people. Yeah.
Oh,
The only
okay.
way I know is because I used to speak to her like 24/7.
So if you're in your cell, will you get noticed that there's a visitor or you won't?
sometimes you don't.
Sometimes.
So it's
Oh.
sometimes even possible to miss the whole visit.
Not really. Sometimes, actually, once
Once.
I nearly missed
You nearly
it
missed
because
it.
they're meant to put a slip underneath
Yeah.
the
I
was
door.
waiting for
at least
ages.
24 hours before.
Yeah.
But
Oh wow.
They didn't.
Yeah.
They did it.
Wow, but that can be very devastating for some people who really
yeah.
My chest was so tight.
looking out for
I
the
was sat
visit
there for
is
How
meant
long
to
did
be
you
an
have to
hour
travel
45.
if you want to
Yeah.
go to see
How long
him?
was the visit bulletin though? It's meant to be
So
hour
it was-
45,
no, it was-
but it ends up being 45
They
minutes.
said
Wow.
they said that they're obliged to give you 45 minutes, but sometimes it would be like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, and so when you have a visit, right? Is it like you've seen on Prison Break and those things? Do you have also the special visits?
That's
Yeah.
if you're married,
I
right?
wish.
Oh, that special
No, that's
visit.
in
I
America.
thought you were talking about.
Oh.
Oh,
No,
That's
the
in America.
special.
No.
Oh,
So you don't have that
Basically,
here.
the most special
we had the own
visit-
little special visit. That's why it was fun. You know what I
Basically,
mean?
the most special visit you can get is
Yeah.
basically an enhanced visit.
Yeah.
If he's like really, really good, that's if you're
But
good.
that's
Good
only at
behavior.
that
Okay.
prison.
No,
That's only at
Bullingdon.
Bullingdon, yeah.
Yeah, Bellingham. So if he's been good, basically it's like two chairs that are next to each other, because the normal chairs will be sitting like across the table.
Okay,
You
okay.
can't get up.
And are
can't-
you alone
You can't
or
touch
you're
each other.
What?
with
There's
other
a
people?
table here. There's a table here. There's
okay,
a table
okay.
here. But when enhanced visit, you can sit next to each other.
Okay.
You can
And it's at the
cuddle.
back away from-
You can like.
Okay, you're not allowed to cuddle.
Oh,
But you can.
we were
So
cuddling.
you're
Yeah,
not
you
allowed
do
to
it,
touch
of
each
course.
other at all.
Like when you're
You
on
could,
the table, you can
but
hold
you
hands.
can't like do like too
What
much
about kissing?
affection.
You can kiss, but not too much.
You can't put your tongue like Stockton. That is like high level security.
High level
Yeah, because
Me
they
and her
think you
kissed.
can do.
What?
Nah,
Not
don't
told us.
having it.
Wow.
Yeah, but there's some prisons that were right. So he was in 1, 2,